Here's the preview of the Baylor versus South Dakota women's basketball game. And yes, there is a men's basketball game today at 11:10 Central Time on CBS. I just want to make mention of that because somebody commented yesterday, you're so one-sided. Because the women are playing today also. It's like, no, I'm not one-sided. I did not respond to that guy. But whatever. And the game for Baylor women's basketball is tomorrow at 5 o'clock on ESPN2, I believe. Some players to keep an eye on is Chloe Lamb, a 5'10" guard that's a senior. 16.1 points per game, 63 for 171 on threes, 51 for 60 on free throws, 3.4 rebounds per game, 3 assists per game, 1.6 turnovers per game, 1.6 steals per game. Hannah Sjerven is a 6'2" center that's a senior, 15 points per game, 15 for 44 on threes, 109 for 165 on free throws, 7.8 rebounds per game, 1.7 turnovers per game, 1.8 blocks per game, 1.5 steals per game. And Liv Korngable is a 5'10" guard that's a senior, 12.8 points per game, 42 for 100 on threes, 59 for 79 on free throws, 2.4 rebounds per game, 3.8 assists per game, 2 turnovers per game, 0.9 steals per game. Maddie Krull is a 5'9" guard that's a freshman, 6.9 points per game, 23 for 73 on threes, 37 for 49 on free throws, 3.9 rebounds per game, 2.2 assists per game, 1.3 turnovers per game, 1.3 steals per game. Grace Larkin is a 5'9" guard that's a freshman, 6.5 points per game, 12 for 47 on threes, 42 for 51 on free throws, 2.7 rebounds per game, 1.4 turnovers per game, 1 steal per game. Kaya Watson is a 5'10" guard that's a freshman, 5.6 points per game, 28 for 103 on threes, 27 for 34 on free throws, 4.3 rebounds per game, 1.9 assists per game, 1.91 turnovers per game, 1.3 steals per game. Macy Gubert is a 5'9" guard that's a junior, 2 points per game, 14 for 47 on threes, 3 for 3 on free throws. Allison Papalowski is a 6'1" guard, a forward that's a junior, 1.3 points per game, 2 for 4 on free throws, 8.8 fouls per game. Aspen and Williston is a 6'4" center that's a junior, 1.2 points per game, 1 for 1 on threes, 4 for 4 on free throws. Janaya Yugovsky is a 5'11" forward, 1.3 points per game, 3 for 11 on three-pointers, 10 for 13 on free throws, 2.2 rebounds per game, 1.2 fouls per game. Reagan Sankey is a 6'1" forward that's a senior, 0.7 points per game, 3 for 19 on threes, 2 for 4 on free throws. Morgan Hansen is a 6 foot forward that's a 4.5 points per game, 1 for 5 on threes, and 3 for 4 on free throws. I'm going to start with the South Dakota, what they need to do, then I'll go to the Baylor keys. First of all, South Dakota has to limit Alyssa Smith and get Baylor in foul trouble because of the depth issue, and limit the transition points, and limit Queen Ebo, because when Baylor loses, it's because Queen Ebo is not having a great game. 6 points per game-ish, 5 rebounds. You got to also limit the threes as well for Baylor. On offense, just for them, you got to make a lot of threes. And that's one of the strengths of this team anyway, when you look at the numbers. It is, really. And you got to get some second chance points, fast break points, points off turnovers, and limit those on the defensive end, obviously. So for Baylor, basically, you got to slow down the dribble drive, but they will shoot threes. So you cannot go under on three-point shooters. Don't go under on the defensive side of the ball. Limit transition points, fast break points, points off turnovers. You got to get the rebounding in general. Of course, avoid foul trouble. You could say the same thing for South Dakota, avoiding foul trouble, especially to their best center on the team. But for Baylor, yeah, offensively, you got to find a way to make get Queen Ebo, get her going. Besides Nalissa and all the guards, you know, you got to make some threes in this game potentially, but you could penetrate to the rim too. I mean, they don't have like a lot of shot blockers per se. It's just like their best center on the team, because after that, nobody averages a block per game or a little 0.7 blocks per game or more, to be honest. I mean, of course, you got to come out with more energy from the beginning of the game and not just in the second half. Because, look, that game was tied with Hawaii in the beginning, in the first half. But in the second half, Baylor dominated. That's simple. This is a huge, and you got to protect your home court if you're Baylor here. Especially, you want to get to the Sweet 16 under a first-year head coach. That would be an accomplishment for that head coach, for Nicky Collins and company. Try to find a way to win this game. I don't care how much you win by, but just win. That's all that matters. Just win by one, but more than that easily, I'll take it. Anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button. I'll see you guys later. Let's get me up to 400 subscribers or more by the end of this year.